some species are endangered is people's attitudes. They won't coexist with an animal they fear. So that's why we are so desperate to educate the world, and we are so thankful for this growing group that can be a force for bears worldwide. Each one of you goes home, and just like Anna's talking, she talks about it, and people question, you're making them think though. And so, I mean, before, people would thought it was impossible to give a bear a handful of treat and walk with it all day long. I mean, sometimes you go 24, sometimes 48 hours with a family of bears. You know, you would think the mother of the cubs would kill us, all the old misconceptions. We've debunked most of the misconceptions, and I've got to write a book. Yeah. Here, Sue, you point to the people. Okay.
First off, last night we were honored enough to be coming back from Tower and saw Dot crossing the road and going up the thing. Wow. We said, rolled down the window and we said, "Hey Bear, what are you doing?" And she stopped and looked up at us, walked up a little farther, got on the hill, turned around and looked at her again, and then went into the woods. My question is, what can we do as people to deal with the DNR to have your research study area a no hunting area?
He's silent.
You're making me think.
You're powerful.
Yeah.
Can we be more powerful?
Well, they actually did that once in the past. That's when I had the power of the whole U.S. Forest Service behind me, though. I had the deputy chief out of Washington walk with the bears with me, and the fall before, to protect the bears, I enlisted like 200 people from the public to come and walk with these 3 bears. And each one took like a 4 to 6 hour shift, 2 people at a time. But that was a family of 3 bears. And so it was doable. Now we've got a dozen radio-collared bears. We can't cover them all. Anyway, what the chief, deputy chief did was he called the DNR and said, we'd like this bear's territory closed to protect the observers and the bears. What's that?
Who is in charge of that now?
Well, I don't work for the U.S. Forest Service anymore, so I don't have that power behind me.
But we have the power.
That's right. That's right. And I have, broached that idea, extremely unpopular, with hunters and with, because now we'd be talking about closing an area all the way from Ely to Tower. A much bigger area than before. And you'd have the landowners in there, not all are bear supporters, saying that we're getting too many bears now, kind of stuff, if there was no hunting. And this past year, we did have a senator and a representative, state level, writing legislation to make it illegal to shoot radio-collared bears. But then the hunting group told us, we are so opposed to that. If you press this forward, we will oppose you publicly. And there are many hunters that would shoot these bears out of spite. And there's no way you can guard against that. No way. And so they said, but if you withdraw your legislation, we'll try to educate hunters to not shoot the radio-collared bears. That sounded like a safer bet for us. As well, let's try it. Let's see if we can make a difference. And so that's what we're going to see this fall. And if it doesn't work, we'll be back to legislation. But am I saying too much? Okay. Okay, okay, our time is done. So.
Okay, before Barb comes in and kicks us out of here, we have a few more thank yous to say. We had a lot of volunteers that helped us over the weekend, helping with registration, helping sell tickets, everything. The committee wants to say a great big thank you to you guys. We want to thank everyone for coming. And of course, everyone here, I'm sure, would agree. Linda Gibson, thank you for the videos. And obviously this wouldn't be happening without Lynn and Sue and the entire WRI, the NABC, allowing us into their world and the world of the Bears. Beth and Donna and Al, you'll all be getting totes and shirts as well. Okay? Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you next year.